So this example, this is Auth flow practically, and what it talks about. You are going to the hotel, right? You gave your car key to the valet. Okay, valet will use car key just only for the parking. So you are the resource owner. There is authorization server, which is the manufacturer, because you actually need to pass the car key and validate that, okay, this valet can drive my car for the parking for a particular duration, right? So this is authorization server, the manufacturer, who will validate, okay, that this user can drive the car. You give car key, so the client is the car, valet. Valet is doing all this action, right? Valet is using key, and this is the authorization server, the car manufacturer, which is validating the key, and you are the resource owner, right? So let's try to understand this thing. I have shown you the Notion app example. So resource owner user, I have the Google account. What I will do is I am trying to access the Notion app. So I went to the login screen. Okay, I did click on login with the Google, right? Now this auth server of Google redirect me to the login consent screen. I said, okay, I entered the credentials of the Google and I said, okay, grant the permission to this application to read my data. Okay, so this authorization server redirect back with the authentication code. And in the exchange of authentication code, my client app, the Notion app, will exchange the authentication code, this auth code, to the authorization server and get access token. Okay, so authorization server will return the access token, and now I can access the private data. Now with this authentication token, I can access the Notion API server to give me all the Notion notes or the documents I have created. So this is the end-to-end flow. You might get confused, what is this happening here? Redirect back to the auth code, and then the client app is exchanging the auth code and getting the access token. This is internally happening. I will show you how this happens, but I'm the user. I click on login with the Google on the Notion app. Notion app presented me the Google login screen. If I'm not logged in, I will say okay. And after that, it will ask me the consent. Actually, Google is asking me the consent, not the client app, because we redirected to the Google Auth server. Then I say, okay, allow this application to access my information. I say yes, continue. Then it redirect internally authorization server. The Google authorization server will give auth code, and I will get access token. And finally, I get access token at the client app, which is a Notion app. Notion app has the access token now. And with the access token, I can now access the Notion API server to fetch all the notes, the documents I have created in the Notion app. So resource owner, me, client app, Notion app, authorization server. This is the Google server, resource server. This is the API of the Notion API. Now you can fit the same with any example, any real world example which is providing login with this third party authentication providers.